I'm gonna finish. La la
La la, wait till I get my money right.
Tupac told me back in the days, you know, you had to get your money right and then you go to war. So I'm going to war.
Excuse me, was you saying something? You can't tell me nothing.
Y'all finally touched the person that's not gonna take it anymore.
You can't tell me nothing.
Okay, can I finish?
Interview adjourned. Peace.
Hey guys, what's up? It is Kelly and we are back once again. New video, new day. Y'all already know what time it is, and if you are new to this channel, I just want to say thank you so much for clicking on the video and giving us a shot here, and I hope you will end up hitting that subscribe button, guys. I would very much appreciate that if you did. We get into politics, true crime, news stories, culture, just a little bit of everything that you will probably find interesting. So if you're a returning subscriber or if you guys have been here before, then you guys know I'm very grateful to have each and every one of you back with me once again. So thank you. Shouts out to you. You are the MVP of the channel. We love to see it. So guys, I wanted to jump on here. This is going to be a quick video because it's kind of, I guess somewhat of a snooze fest, but somewhat not. So you guys, I'll let you guys be the judge, okay? You let me know. But our government's a shit show, if y'all didn't already know this. I mean, it's hard not to notice what's going on. But if for some reason you have not, well, let's get into it today, guys. We already know, you know, this, by the way, this photo here, it is not a photo. This is an actual photo, okay? No part of this is photoshopped. I just want everyone here to know that. I was able to track this down. This is an exclusive photo that I was able to get. So I just want, you know, you guys to all know that's what's going on here. But we already know that the guy on the left, you know, Poopy Pants Biden, he is not only the most popular president in U.S. history with the most votes ever in an election, but he's also, you know, a failure. Also, simultaneously, it's incredible how that happens, but here we are, you know. But what we might not be as much aware of is the guy on the left, partly because he takes months and months of maternity leave off of his job, which is a pretty important secretary position, but, you know, that might be why we're not as familiar with Pete Buttigieg, you know, but he is, in fact, the Secretary of Transportation in this country. And so we have to look to him when things, you know, happen with our you know, our transportation sector. And boy, did things happen over this past week, guys. So let's get into it. We're going to get into a few articles here, and then we will just hop on right out of this video like we were never here, okay? So I'm going to start with an article from Newsweek, guys. So let's get into the FAA and what kind of failure and fuck shit is going on there, okay? Let's just dive right in. Alrighty. Failure occurred in the notice-to-air mission system. Provides pilots with essential safety information for takeoff. Interesting. 4,000 flights were delayed and over 500 were canceled. The cause of the outage has not yet been identified. The music is like stupid loud. Oh my god. And here's a statement from our great Kareem Jean-Pierre.
They don't know what the cause is. But I was on the phone in about 10 minutes. The phone report directly to me when they find out.
Wow. Report directly to... That's serious business right there. I mean, if you're being asked to report to the most popular president in history, who's definitely not losing mental capacities and is definitely not half retarded, that's how you know your job's important, guys. So, all right. So that video was very loud. I don't even know if you could hear what I was saying, but hopefully you're watching so you could have read the subtitles. But basically what we're fixing to get into in this article right here, I mainly just played that so you guys could see the statement by our, you know, our great former Vice President Joe Biden. So let's get into the article. The Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, announced early on Wednesday that a system outage has temporarily forced flights to be grounded across the U.S., adding that there is no estimate for the restoration of service at this time, which was a pretty big deal. I don't know if you guys, were aware of this, but I mean, this has not happened where the FAA has grounded all flights in the country since 9/11. And we know that they did this because there were all kind of crazy things happening on planes that day, if you guys remember. So, the agency, which didn't specify what caused the failure in its Notice to Air Missions NOTAM system, wrote that technicians are currently working to restore the system and that a hotline is available for additional information. Former NASA Associate Administrator for Communications Bettina Inclon wrote on Twitter that she was on a United flight at the time of the FAA system outage and that she was informed by the flight's pilot of a nationwide outage of FAA computer systems. Well, that's an awkward situation. Imagine being in like mid-flight, up in the air, thousands of feet in the air, when we no longer have accessibility to the FAA computer systems. No big deal. It's fine. Okay, yeah. Inclon said that the system has been down since midnight and was forcing a stop to all air travel, according to the flight's pilot. Lots of stranded passengers and missed connections, Inclon added. And not only that, I mean, like, there's no one to direct the planes to be able to land and not, like, crash into each other, not crash into birds, towers, fly into lakes, I mean, just utter chaos. So, the communications expert said that the same United pilot told passengers that the system outage doesn't let him check flight plans and follow federal regulations. So, nothing to see here. According to what the pilot told them, United, American Airlines, and Southwest have said they won't fly until the FAA issue is resolved. Well, I would think not. What about Spirit? It seems you guys didn't list Spirit. It seems like they're still flying. If you're balling on a budget, book with Spirit, guys. Because, I mean, listen, they don't give a fuck about anything. So, responding to a request for comment, United Airlines told Newsweek that United has temporarily delayed all domestic flights and will issue an update when we learn more from the FAA. It confirmed that the FAA system that sends out important real-time flight hazards and restrictions to all commercial airline pilots, NOTAM, is currently suffering a nationwide outage, which is insane. How did this happen? Like, what are we? We're officially a third world country. It's official, guys. American Airlines told Newsweek the FAA is experiencing an outage with its NOTAM system, which provides critical flight safety, operational information. We're closely monitoring the situation, which impacts all airlines. Okay, great. So they also contacted Southwest, who I'm sure had a similar statement. Just bullshit word salad. Nobody knew what the hell was going on. Nobody knew what time it was going to be back. Nobody knew how they were going to get these people to their destinations. I mean, it was just, definition of a shit show. So, passengers stranded at airports across the U.S. are waiting for the issue to be resolved before flights can be resumed. Some had already boarded their planes when the flight was grounded. American Air, I've been sitting on a full plane at the gate at LAX for 2 hours for a system issue with the FAA. When will this be resolved? Okay, no. Why did they not deplane those people? That is a recipe for disaster. Like, you're lucky someone did not go postal inside that plane. That is enough to drive someone to, a murder-suicide situation. And we disavow all violence. Of course, we're totally joking and hyperbolic at this moment. But I'm just saying, imagine it's already bad enough when you get stuck on the tarmac. But imagine being stuck on the tarmac with no end in sight because there is a quote-unquote system outage. I would be jumping off that plane. I'd be getting off that plane one way or another. I don't care. Y'all aren't going to keep me on this tarmac. Y'all better deplane this MF right the F now. So I don't know what that's about. So people were tweeting. People were mad. People were posting pictures of planes. This looks like a normal situation here. So I don't know what's so great about this picture, but there it is. Flights were also reportedly grounded at Tampa International Airport, at Florida, and airports in Hawaii, Philadelphia, and Pennsylvania, Austin, Texas, and others. Yeah, all flights. I don't know why. Okay, Newsweek, thanks for stating the obvious. The full extent of the delays across the U.S. due to the FAA system failure is yet unclear, with the agency's latest update on the situation stating there's no current estimated time for restoration. And we have updates though, guys. Updates. Okay, as of let's see. Where are the updates? You just put an update? What the fork, man? But anyways, the update is basically that the systems are back online and we are flying again, guys. But what happened here? Who failed? Who failed? Everyone. Not only was it the Biden regime that has been an utter failure in every sector of our life, but now it's the planes, the trains, and the automobiles. What is going on? I mean, what do you guys think about this? Were y'all affected in any ways? Anyone who's watching this video affected by what happened with the FAA and the flights being grounded? Y'all let me know in the comments what was your experience, if so. If not, just let me know what your thoughts are on this, because this was kind of a big deal. I mean, like I said, this has not happened since 9/11, and I don't know if Pete Buttigieg was just having butt sex with his husband or breastfeeding his rented baby, but I don't know what he was up to, but he was up to no good, because somebody somewhere failed, and as Beyonce said, you know, looks like somebody's getting fired, okay? And we all know it's not going to be Petey Boy, because he gets to report directly to, you know, President Poopy Pants. So, I don't know, guys. Probably no accountability, if I had to guess, if we're following patterns from this administration, and you know, what they've done in the past during their most notorious fuck-ups. I would say no accountability will be coming. So, let's get into the next situation, because there was also, quite miraculously, a failure with our train system here in the United States, guys, which I don't know if y'all know anything about this. We don't really have an extensive train network in this country. Obviously, we have trains and stuff like that, and we have commercial, and mainly train travel in this country is like, I mean, we have commercial, and then we have like passenger, and it's mainly commercial, you know, so you see these like big cargo trains, but we do have some Amtrak. It's not as prevalent as it is in places like Europe or, you know, anywhere else in the world. But yet, here we are, guys. We had people stuck on board an Amtrak train for more than 29 hours. And they had to be told by the conductor periodically that they were not being held hostage. So, wow, this comes from Business Insider. Let's get into it. Okay, so they were stranded in South Carolina after their train took a detour due to another train derailing. So, and I heard it was more like 37 hours they were stuck on this train. This is like, oh yeah, because New York Post reported 37 hours, okay? And I trust them more than I trust Business Insider. So I wanted to show you guys, oh, by the way, what is this? Did y'all believe this? Did Ye get married, guys? Let me know in the comments your thoughts. Totally unrelated. I don't know if I believe it. I'm not buying it yet until we hear it from the man himself. But weird, just all kind of weird stuff going on. Is today Friday the 13th? Okay, that's what, all right. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, so here is the passengers. You know, as you can see, this man looks like he's in great spirits, you know. He looks jovial, I would say. He looks quite happy with himself, but he's being a trooper, you know. And she does too. They look like a fun couple. So then we have, this was the path that they were, the Amtrak was attempting to travel from Lorton, Virginia, down to Sanford, Florida, but they got stuck right in the middle here in Denmark, South Carolina, right where you don't want to be, you know. And they were stuck sitting there on those tracks for 37 hours, okay? Let that sink in. And this was the derailment, apparently, that caused them to have to take a detour and then get stuck somehow, because our train system and our rail system is in utter shambles. We've had like recently strikes happen with our rail workers. Not only that, we just have you know, a subpar rail system in this country because nobody travels by train here in this country. So, you know, it's just a lot of incompetency and a lot of just bullshit overall, you know. I mean, like, what are we doing with our train system? Like, are we going to try to make improvements there? Or are we just going to kind of let it go and let it fail until, you know, we have somebody stuck on the train for 2 weeks and then there ends up being like murder on the train, you know, murder on the Orient Express, if you will, a la South Carolina. But let's get back into the article because I digress. So, the Amtrak trip from Virginia to Orlando turned into a nightmare after passengers were kept on board the train for 37 hours. So, ABC News reported that the auto train in question left Virginia at 5 p.m. on Monday and was meant to reach Florida by 10 a.m. on Tuesday. Wow, that's actually not that slow. That's surprising. Anyways, I digress. However, the Amtrak train was taken off of its normal route after a CSX freight train collided with a vehicle on the tracks during the South Carolina leg of the journey, resulting in the Amtrak auto train needing to be diverted off course. So this was just the beginning of the mess. The passenger train's journey was then halted in South Carolina. Passengers had to wait for a certified backup crew to arrive because there are specified crews who can operate auto trains. Additionally, safety laws control how many hours train employees are allowed to work. Late on Tuesday, ABC News journalist Sam Sweeney tweeted that passengers had been stuck on board for 29 plus hours. Wow. And he reported that the train started moving again just before 10 p.m. on Tuesday night. So some passengers who were out of patience with Amtrak after being delayed for hours also appeared to have started calling police. And let's get into this right here. Where is it? Okay. Y'all take a listen to these, these people's situation. What is this? Twitter's still banned, by the way. Fuck you, Elon. Sorry. Excuse the language. All right. So travel nightmare is unfolding on Amtrak. Passengers sitting in rural woods in South Carolina. Look at these woods, guys. Just look at them. Take a look. Huh? Excuse me? Ma'am? Excuse me? We can't hear you. Okay, we'll get into you in just 1 second.
Once again, for those of you that are calling the police, we are not holding you hostage. We are giving you all the information which we have. We are sorry about the inconvenience. As soon as more information is available, we will let you know shortly.
Well, that settles it, guys. That settles it. Whenever people come onto the intercom system and let you know, announce that you're not being held hostage, that's when you can rest assured that you're not being held hostage. So rest easy. Just because you can't get out of this train and you're stuck here doesn't mean you're hostage, okay? Let's not use violent language. That language is violence. So this other little memo, I don't know who wrote this, somebody on Twitter typed this up with their 2 thumbs. It says the train left the D.C. area on Tuesday night for a non-stop to Florida. The crew isn't legally able to operate the train any longer. No replacement crew. No more meals. Dogs haven't been allowed out to use the bathroom. The original delay was caused by a train derailment and no update from Amtrak on when a rescue may arrive to move the train. So they ran out of food and the dogs were shitting everywhere and people were taken hostage? Amtrak. Yikes. Where is Pete Buttigieg when you need him? I don't know. It's looking sussy. So one place he might be, well, let's see. Oh, what's this article? Pete Buttigieg should go back on maternity leave. Well, it is possible that is one place that he could be. Okay, this is an opinion piece, but I'm not going to read the whole thing, but this is from the Washington Times. And this is an older article, but it is relevant. Right now, people are calling for answers, okay? Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg came out of 2 months of hiding on maternity leave. If that's the correct term for 2 dads taking time off to raise adopted children, to defend his inept and dismissive dealings with the supply chain problem, and to help prod along President Biden's boondoggle of an infrastructure plan called Build Back Better. Well, tell me how you really feel, Cheryl. I like you. I like you, ma'am. You can stay. So look at this. This is funny. Investigating Joe Biden and the FBI is blindfolded with the lol. Aren't political comics so fun? They're so fun and funny. Okay. So then just one last thing we're going to get into, in regards to, we discussed the planes. Now we discussed the trains. So what about the automobiles, guys? What about the roads? Okay. Well, in case you didn't know, this is also an older article, but America's highways are racist, okay? Did y'all know that? Did you guys know? Did you check with your local roads? You know, try to get some conversation going, get some equity flowing into the roadway system. Maybe like mix it in with the concrete. You know, the when they actually pave the roads, we can mix in some equity and some diversion. And I mean, what's it called? Is it no diversity? That's what it is. And a diversion, all of it. Just mix it all in, and then that way they won't be as racist as they previously were. So, but yeah, according to Pete Buttigieg, this is what he's working on, guys. This is where his priorities lay with correcting the racist roads and bridges in our country. So it's safe to say that he's fit for the job and he's doing the right thing. You know, I mean, who cares about the derailment of trains and people stuck on trains for 30 hours? And who cares about the FAA system outages that are causing, you know, flights countrywide to be grounded? I mean, the roads are racist, y'all. Hello? Do y'all know that? We're talking serious business here. So if y'all don't take it seriously, just say that, okay? Just say that, and then we know who you are. You're a bigot. So it's just a lot going on, guys. It's just a lot on Pete's plate. And then he has a husband and adopted baby to take care of. So we cannot, you know, just be expecting too much of him. It's a lot going on. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Please like the video if you like it, and hit the subscribe button too while you're at it on the way out. It's just right all there for you. And I thank you guys for being here with me today. And until next time, y'all, see you guys later. Bye.
I'm gonna finish. La la
La la, wait till I get my money right.
Tupac told me back in the days, you know, you had to get your money right, and then you go to war. So I'm going to war.
Excuse me, was you saying something? You can't tell me nothing.
Y'all finally touched the person that's not gonna take it anymore.
You can't tell me nothing.
Okay. Can I finish?
Interview adjourned. Peace.